We are back yet again. I'll start resorting all the things that I didn't get to sort out last episode. That would take the remaining of day 49, so I ended up sleeping. The next morning I switched my bow out with the power 4 that I made last time. I had a new project in mind, so I took 2 dogs with me and went down to the cave. If you haven't figured it out yet, using a skeleton spawner and making a mob farm with it, this would be the best way for me to get a bunch of XP. So I'm gonna stop talking and give you a long time lapse of me building this. This was then when I did a permanent change on changing my keybinds, swapping the sneak and shift around, as I'd prefer it that way. Anyways, back to the montage. Now with one more block needed to be placed, the skeleton mob farm is finally done. Now I can get as much XP as I want in the future, plus a lot of bones. Sadly my past self didn't bring out the clock, so I lost count of how many days have been. So for now we're just gonna pack up and leave, and worry about the day kinda later. As I came out what seemed to be morning, my dog tried to kill me by getting in the way of the creeper that was coming towards me. Luckily though, I did get out and get back home. I would then get to sorting all the items I grabbed, used some of it to make some stone bricks, then got distracted and tried to get some leather during harvest, and craft some books with it. Then I went on and lit up the area. Then went to sleep, or whatever day that was. Then I planted a spruce tree, tried to make it grow, chopped it down, now went back to the stone bricks from earlier, digged out the floor, then replaced all the deep slate bricks inside, ran out of it, planted another spruce tree, crafted some more deep slate bricks, then finished the floor. I started building the exterior of the storage unit. Though I ran out of logs, so I just stole a bit of it and just finished that side of it. Then I went down to finally place the bookshelf, check my enchantments, level 16. I'm here trying to look for a lectern, which I had no idea how to search. It took me so long before I realized it was lectern, and realized you need a bookshelf. Yeah, so I was depressed by that. I just placed down my one and only bookshelf. So then I went out monster hunting, murdered like a bunch of mobs, cause yes. While trying to find a skeleton, I ran into an enderman. So I built a little protection thing to try and murder it. And once I got his attention, I went underneath, and the enderman got stuck in my defenses. Which means, luckily I know it's working now, but I need to kill it, and I suck at aiming. But then he teleported inside my base, so I mean it got easier, but then my horse got in the way. Bro's really wanting to die at this rate, though he got away just in time. Then I eventually killed it just to get a dirt block, which made me absolutely depressed. But then I slept at sunrise yet again. That's fine. Destroyed the defense. Went back inside, and basically just logged off because that was just annoying. But f you, baby, we're back! We're back, and this time we are release candidate of 1.20.5. You may also realize that the world looks different. Well, I had activated a new texture pack, which is called the Bare Bones Texture Pack. I love this texture pack as it gives us the textures that are shown in most Minecraft trailers. Though at the time I didn't know how shaders work or mods properly, so they never were added. I would love it to the point that I decided to rock with it for the rest of the series. But after doing a bit of a little run around and sorting, I would go out to fill out some of the explosions that were left by most creepers. After another minute of figuring out what to do, I went on to grab my dogs and go back to the caves. The main reason I did this is because I wanted to claim some territory in the caves, which I think takes a day, if only I knew what day it was. Though I did find some diamonds, and not all was lost. But eventually that cave ended up being useless. So instead of going up, I went to the other side of the cave, as I haven't claimed that side yet. So I decided to take my chances and see what's down there. F3 has been pressed, and now I know it's day 59. Though a bunch of mobs were spawning, so I didn't risk going down there any lower and made my way back up. After setting the dogs down, I paused the game. To be honest with you, I didn't have a plan during this part of the recording. So I had to have a long think on exactly what I was going to do, because I didn't want it to just be going into a cave. Alright, I now have an idea. I went out hunting. You're kidding. This was the best I got. I went out hunting for the entirety of day 59. Day 60. I immediately started by finishing my diamond armor set. Remember this, I started crafting diamond armor on day 37. I had the diamonds yet proceeded to not use them. Like I don't use my diamond pickaxe. I only just realized that I had been using my diamond pickaxe as of my last mining journey. So I did that fit of rage for absolutely no reason. But I wanted to make my shield a different color, but to do that you need wool, and wool is something I don't have. So I went on a day journey trying to get as much wool as I can. I come all the way back over here, and I decided to craft myself a light blue shield. It's looking pretty cool, my flashy diamond armor. With that out of the way, I went to go chop down some more trees so I can finish up the storage unit. I also crafted a few more books. I would proceed to stop it as I had another idea in mind, and to do so, I have to go to the desert. While I was making my way over to the desert, I realized it was getting dark, so I went to sleep in one of the village houses. When I reached the nether portal that I graded like 2 episodes ago, my game crashed. I wasn't quite sure why at the time, and I still don't. So assuming it was a texture pack, I took it off and continued on with my journey. Before reaching the desert, I accidentally went a different way than I went to before and found myself a village. A normal one, not like a savannah village or anything. It was just a normal village. And not only the village I found, I also found another desert temple. Another one pretty close to the original one that I found. So I looted that real quick. And got the hell out of there. But I'm now in the because I'm focused on one goal. Murder a bunch of rabbits. Hear me out real quick. I wanted to craft myself the bundle. And at the time of this recording, you needed about 8 rabbit hide. I hate the fact that now you need leather. I wasted all that time for no reason. After murdering all those rabbits, I made my way back. With the game crashing again, but I would make my way back. Sort out my inventory, create some books, and logged out. Then came back, combined my 2 unbreaking enchantments to make an unbreaking 3, then added that unbreaking 3 to my pickaxe. Chopped down a tree, crafted some dark oak doors for the storage unit, and since I had one more left, I decided to replace my old door with dark oak, since I do love dark oak so much. And used the spruce logs to finish off the walls of the storage unit. Used all the books I had to create some more bookshelves. Went down to my basement to place those bookshelves. Getting closer to level 30. It's looking good. As you can see, I got very excited by that result. Then fell asleep on day 65. Oh, that was a bit to do. That whole thing was literally one recording. Just so you know. From the entirety of day 65 was one recorded message. On day 66, I used all the rabbits and string that I grabbed to make myself the bundle. I would go to refix the pathway so it links to the storage unit, and also start working on the roof. Made another bookshelf, making us even closer to level 30. Turn off my texture pack to start preparing, go to sleep, and made my way through the nether portal. My plan was stupid, but I decided to go infiltrate the Bastion. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway. But as of right now, I wanted to start it slow, so I mined my way in there and killed any piglins that were nearby. Accidentally caught an enderman's attention that was sitting inside the Bastion, and I didn't know this. So now I can't leave. Before advancing though, I got too scared and started heading out. I took the chance and ran for it, and the enderman appeared right in front of me. It got close to killing me, so before another mob decided to jump at me, I decided to make my escape, and in the end, safely made it back to the portal. I went to craft myself another bookshelf, making us now to level 28. I would then wait for the next day to roll around. Once I did that, I got some dogs with me and went on another cave expedition. Like I've said previously, I wanted to explore more of the caves, check some uncharted areas for maybe some more diamonds. I would have shown you this process. The recordings I've already done were already 5 hours long as it is, so I didn't want to waste time editing over a 17-minute video of over the best parts. Just know it was glorious. And I ain't joking either. Look how much diamonds I have. I'm stacked. I decided I'll do a whole moving phase, setting everything up, and in the process I then put the bookshelves in, finally getting me to level 30. I'm pretty proud of this. This took maybe 3 episodes at best. Yeah, I'm not the best Minecraft player. It's day 70 now, it's time for Bastion Time. I decided to bring 2 dogs with me. I thought I'd be safer that way. Nevertheless, I broke my way in there, taking it as cautious as possible, finding out the fact that we are in a treasure bastion, which is perfect for getting netherite. But after playing safe as searching 2 chests, I made it to the bridge towards the main part of the treasure bastion. Before I knew it, I found my first enemies. Starting to hit one of them. I forget I have dogs and they start moving in. They were monsters. The dog would die to fallen. Bit awkward at best. And now I feel bad. Eventually my other dog died. dying right in front of my eyes, now making me all alone. I did get a netherite smithing template and a snout sniffing template, so it was definitely worth it. That sounded bad actually. I then go on a killing spree, clearing any piglins I can find, before reaching to the bottom of the bastion, and to the main part of the treasure bastion that I wanted. This would take a bit as I underestimated the magma cubes there'd be, so eventually I started digging over the spawner, avoiding all the magma cubes. Luckily the piglins don't respawn after you kill them, so I was able to just tread through safely after murdering everyone. Once I did, I searched the one chest that was sitting there and got a crap ton of loot. Once I did this, however, I got the hell out of there. Once I got out of the basement, I scouted out the place. In doing so, I found 2 pillagers, one of them being stuck inside a tree somehow. I dealt with them both accordingly. Once that was done, I made my way back into base and made my way back to sleep. On a day, I have no idea. I would begin the next day by placing all the loot that I got and place them in their respective chests. Once I finished most of that, I made my way to the nearest village, as I wanted to take a villager and make it a librarian. The purpose of this was to make mending books, but I completely forgot in the first episode I activated the facts that you needed to swap villagers to make mending books, as I thought that would be in the next update. That never became the case. But now is to start the long process of pain. Like, I think I slept so many nights because that's how long it took just to bring this villager into the building. If only there was some way I could have dragged him over here without having this much trouble. If only. Though in the end I did manage to trap him. Sadly for no apparent reason. Then decided to waste natural resources to trade with the villager. And some other random things. I then stopped everything and created myself a diamond sword as I wanted to do some enchanting. I also created a grinder to remove those enchantments if needed. I made my way down to the enchantment room to test out some enchantments. Sadly I didn't have enough XP levels, so I repaired my sword, then began to make my way to the mob spawner. Wait, no, you weren't meant to show that. You weren't meant to show that. It's a bit awkward. Anyways, I made my way down to the mob spawner and went to grinding. Wait, my sword's almost gone. Hang on, gotta get back up there. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, now I'm back to roughly where I was. So I went back to sleep, got myself ready to go. On day 79. After making it back home, I started combining all the bows that I managed to collect from the skeletons, put those bows in their respective chests, sorted out all the bones, then got bored and proceeded to log out for the day. First I have the urge to look into the mineshaft one last time, do a bit of farming on the small land that I just don't use anymore, feed the cows, repair my sword ready to go again, then ran around like an absolute lunatic. Then, and only then, I logged out for the day. Oh, this video took too long, man. Took too long.